A dream has lingered on my bucket list for what seems like ages. Over time, its importance has only grown, reminding me that if I don't act soon, it might slip away forever. So, with determination in my heart, I finally made the decision to embark on the journey to Mount Kinabalu, the highest peak in Malaysia, standing at an impressive 4,095 meters. Despite feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness, particularly about altitude sickness and my relatively short training period, I couldn't resist the magnetic pull of this iconic peak. As we set off on this journey, many questions danced in my mind. What sights would greet us along the climb? Had we packed enough essentials, would the ascent be an endless flight of stairs? And could we navigate the trail without losing our way? Our journey wasn't just about reaching the summit, it was about embracing the entire experience. Our journey began when we engaged the services of the Borneo Calling last year. However, our morning flight was delayed until the evening, leading to some disruptions in our day tours in Kota Kinabalu. Thankfully, our climbing plans were not affected as we had allocated 2 nights before the ascent. Despite this setback, we eventually arrived in Kota Kinabalu, a city celebrated for its cultural diversity. After a long day of travel, we were starving. We treated ourselves to a delicious seafood dinner at the Welcome Seafood Restaurant. Exhausted but exhilarated, we finally checked into Clio Hotel, eager to rest before the adventure that awaited us. The next morning, before setting off for Kundasang, we took a leisurely stroll along Pondak waterfront before enjoying a breakfast with a surprising twist, Sarawak noodles in Sabah. On the journey to Kundasang, we stopped for a tour of several popular spots, including the Upside Down Museum, where we had fun striking poses on various upside-down display setups. Our journey continued with a visit to the iconic Tamparuli Bridge, where we were treated to a mesmerizing display of traditional dance and music. Eager to immerse ourselves in the local culture, we even tried our hand at playing the traditional instruments. as we reached the Tamparuli Bridge. Its charming appearance hid a tough history. Built in the 1930s, it was a tough task for British engineers due to frequent floods. Locals believed that a sacrifice was needed to calm the river spirit, upset by the bridge's construction. Every Wednesday, a morning market sets up at the opposite side of the bridge, offering a variety of local crops and more. Interestingly, the roundabouts in Sabah feature iconic statues that may reflect the area's specialties. Looks like this area has plenty of pineapples. Our adventure took us to the Nabalu Viewpoint, where we hoped to catch a glimpse of Mount Kinabalu, but luck was not on our side as the mountain remained hidden. We enjoyed a light meal before continuing our journey into Kundasang town.
Sudah saya tutup. Oh, yang sana kan sudah boleh makan kan? Iya. Yang ni. Boleh masak tak? Tak boleh. Kan kita tak masak apa.
Check out the durian thorns. The longer ones are from wild trees, but we didn't get to taste them. We were feeling hungry. And our driver, Sam, suggested trying the honey barbecue chicken wings with the option of adding spiciness. Personally, I found that the non-spicy version tasted better. I had no idea there was a Japanese village attraction called Hidden Village nearby. It's just a short distance from Kundasang town, but the road leading there can be challenging and steep. Fans of animation movies like Spirited Away and My Neighbor Totoro by Miyazaki will recognize the figurines in this village. We had 2 hours of fun, indulging in silly activities that made us feel like kids again in Japan, right here in Kundasang. Our culinary journey continued with a feast at restaurant Selera Kabun, where we indulged in an array of local delicacies. We found ourselves nestled in a charming Hobbit-inspired accommodation known as Humble Hobbit, boasting magnificent views. The room immersed us in an enchanting atmosphere reminiscent of Tolkien's legendary Shire. The next morning, our friend enlightened us about the exotic fruits of Kundasang as we geared up for the next stage of our journey.
Local coffees also?
Yeah.
Local coffee.
Okay, this is pulasan.
I think they have one
This is my favorite avocado cheese.
Oh, this is avocado.
Yeah, this is tarak. This is pineapple madu.
This is
Cinta, love. This is guava and this is original. Okay, and this is tampoy.
let's see.
Let's check out.
Our adventure took us to Desa Dairy Farm.
Dairy farm.
As evening descended, we arrived at Pouring Hot Spring, our home for the night, enveloped by the beauty of nature. We indulged in a bamboo dinner, a fitting prelude to the adventure awaiting us. The following day, we strolled to the restaurant to fuel ourselves with an American breakfast, opting for a safer choice over spicy food before the climb. We ensured that we had taken our AMS pill 24 hours prior to the ascent. After checking out, our driver took us on a 1-hour journey to Kinabalu Park, where the majestic Mount Kinabalu served as a breathtaking backdrop. Arriving at the park, the air buzzed with excitement as fellow climbers prepared for their own ascent. There is a registration office for Mount Kinabalu climbers, but we were spared the need to personally register, as arrangements had been made by our adventure tour agency. We were given badges with tag numbers, and the agency representative emphasized the need to wear them constantly as they are necessary for specific checkpoints. Additionally, he informed us that there is a post box available at the highest point in Malaysia for anyone interested in sending a postcard. As we prepared for the climb, we had our bags weighed for the porter. We had the hand carry bag with essentials consisting water, energy food, windbreaker, lunch pack, rain gear, first aid supplies and gadgets. With badges in hand, excitement surrounds us as we stand on the edge of adventure. Yet, beneath the surface, a mix of confidence and nervous anticipation swirls within us, driving us forward into the unknown. We took a quick bio break before beginning our climb. our mountain guide introduces himself along with the porters.
So you have a tour guide and extra 2 porters. Okay. My name is Azza.
Romeo.
Anwar.
Jericho.
Jericho.
J. Romeo. Bukan. J.
Anwar.
Anwar. Romeo. Patut marah tadi ya pakai dia.
Ada tengok wrestling ah, Jericho, Chris Jericho.
Jericho. I can call him J.
J. Ya. Oh, Jericho.
How are you
I-
doing
yeah, it's
today?
awesome.
Good. Great. So please wear your tag before doing and after. BB, ball bearing. Alright. No, bravo. Okay, now we are standing at Timpohon Gate. The elevation is 1,866 meter. And we walk today only around 6 kilometer and reach at this point, Laban Rata resthouse, because you are rest here today and also the next day. The elevation is 3,272 meters. Yeah? For avoid to use this shortcut or else long cut. Okay, avoid to use this and this one. It's quite easy and simple. So, 6 kilometer walk. We have 7 shelter.
Okay.
We have the shelter. We provide 2 toilet, rubbish can, thermal chair, and also water tap. Most of the participant or climber will take us at kilometer 4 at Layang-Layang for lunch break. Instead, if you want to take,
Yeah.
hopefully we have a good weather today.
Yeah.
And also the sunset start at 6:40, 6:46, 6:47, something like that on your right side here. Yeah. So, do you have any question before we start the walk?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, guys, good.
Yeah.
Did you start your GPS or
Sudah dari sana.
Sudah dari sana. Okay.
Activating our GPS smartwatches, we're armed with technology to keep track of the route and our heart rates. We began the climb with a short downward path and crossed a bridge where Carson's Falls was.
Right, start the climb. Say hi. Hey. Hey, right. Let's go.
After navigating through the landscape, we arrived at the 0.5 kilometer point, which was pleasantly gentle for us. Climbing higher, we find a break at Kandis Shelter, our first significant stop symbolizing the start of our journey.
And I see something shimmering in say if you want a glimpse the future you need space. And you said you'll put down your morning gun.
Our guide, Asa, becomes a source of knowledge as he reveals the secrets of the mountain's plants.
Take my hand and walk beside me in a world of thunder. Fear is unimpossible. When you look at me this way, I find it hard to not give in.
As we continue climbing, we take in the beauty of nature and make sure not to miss the panoramic views from the top. The weather is pleasant, but we still break a sweat during the initial climb, so having a small towel handy proves to be useful.
You were slowly fading in my mind. When you
Along the
left,
way,
I was
we encounter some
slowly
decent flat
getting
ground, providing both a cushion and opportunities to climb.
You were some of the best of
Finally,
things to
we arrive at
find.
Ubah Shelter, where mosses grow along the trail.
Would you follow me to wonders? If you're everything that matters to me, makes me wonder why I can't get over.
I extend my thanks to my friend for organizing this climb and making it to reality. I recognize the effort required to arrange everything for this journey.
I find it hard to not give in.
Just before reaching the 1.5 kilometers mark, we find ourselves in a vast open area, inviting us to stop and marvel at the beauty around us. Surrounded by swirling mists, I feel an overwhelming sense of peace and tranquility, as if I'm in an isolated haven in the midst of clouds.
Kilometer 1.5 near. Aduh.
Okay.
Only 1.5?
Suy không? House plan là gì? Thì có men chị thầu. Nice.
Smell it. What's that smell?
Lima kasuri.
Oh no. Mango ka? Ah.
Mango?
Ah, fresh mango ah.
Smallest picture plant, Pondok Paka.
This unique tiny pitcher plant won't grow any larger. Without Asa's discovery, we might have walked by without appreciating this marvel of nature.
from here. Next shelter lah. Wah, oh, not
Moving upward, we find ourselves amidst a lush sea of giant ferns, their vibrant green leaves showcasing the mountain's diverse ecosystem. When we reach Lowii Shelter, a friendly squirrel comes to say hello, adding a bit of fun to our climb. As we move forward, we notice wildflowers and mosses lining the path. Upon reaching the 3 kilometers mark, we take a break to regroup and refuel with some snacks. The mountain guide seems unfazed by the climb. The misty atmosphere adds to the surreal and mysterious ambience. It makes one wonder if there are any living elves in this enchanting landscape. Continuing our ascent, we arrive at Mempening Shelter. The local name sounds like Dizzy, which makes me wonder if it's a spot where climbers start to feel lightheaded. Some of us stopped here to have lunch. As we press on with our climb, we take a moment to pause and immerse ourselves in the serene beauty of nature. It's incredibly peaceful. Seeing the only female porter carrying loads of eggs up to Panalaban, showcasing her remarkable stamina and strength. I salute her determination. As more porters descend, we continue until we reach the popular Layang-Layang shelter, where many climbers stop for lunch, including myself.
Layang, layang.
More kilometers.
Nanti patah.
Not long after reaching this shelter, we hit the 4th kilometer. The trail takes on a yellowish shade. Continuing our ascent, we arrive at an intersection marked with a no entry sign. This marks the junction with the Mesalo Trail, which was previously an alternative route for climbers. However, the Mesalo Trail has been closed indefinitely since the tremor. Encountering Jaywee, a well-known porter in TikTok or Instagram, brings a sense of celebrity to our journey, adding excitement to our trek through the rough terrain. Eventually we reach 4.5 kilometers mark. Finally, we reach a big open area where we stop to rest and admire the breathtaking scenery all around us. We can see greenish flora stretching far into the distance. The air feels fresh and cool, and the peaceful atmosphere fills us with wonder. As we look around, we notice that the plants here look different. They're smaller and twisted, like bonsai trees, adding to the unique beauty of this place.
Okay.
5.
Last kilometer.
This is 5
5 kilometers.
1 kilometer to go. High five.
High five, high five.
High five.
Woo!
Woo! Let's go.
This expansive scenery offers a great photo spot. I've heard from fellow hikers that the final kilometer can be tough due to the thin air and risk of altitude sickness. I'm hopeful as we maintain a steady pace and focus on breathing evenly. As we pass the last kilometer mark, we eagerly track the remaining distance to Panalaban. This serves as a source of motivation as we navigate each step of the climb. As we continue, the trail gradually becomes rockier, signaling our approach to the destination. Finally, we arrive at the last Paka Shelter. Earlier, we passed by the Villosa Shelter but forgot to capture it on video. Despite our fatigue, the stunning views and photo opportunities helped to re-energize us. Our trekking poles offer crucial support for our tired legs. As we move closer, we are captivated by the breathtaking scenery that unfolds before us. In the distance, Mount Kinabalu stands tall, its majestic presence dominating the horizon. This glimpse serves as a gentle nudge, reminding us of the awe-inspiring beauty that lies ahead, urging us to savor every moment of the journey. At last, we've arrived at Panalaban, marking the completion of the first 6 kilometers. Watch this. She decided to redo the climb to Panalaban the next day, dressed in different clothes since we missed recording it the first time. It's a funny moment caught on camera, adding a touch of humor to our mountain trek. For dinner, we had a buffet-style meal with lots of different dishes to choose from. The spread boasted a diverse selection, from comforting staples like white rice and noodles to hearty mains such as beef, lamb, and chicken. There are selections of eggs, mashed potatoes, and vegetables too, providing us with a satisfying meal to fuel up for the evening. Attempting to sleep at 8 p.m. might seem early, but we knew the importance of rest ahead of our summit climb, scheduled for the early hours of the morning between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. So, we settled in, trying to get as much rest as possible. Later, we made our way to our bunk beds, resembling a dormitory, where we freshened up with the limited cold water available, despite its almost freezing temperature. Experience beyond words. Despite the chill in the air, surprisingly, Celcom provides the best mobile signal here that lie ahead on our journey to the top.